It has been months of waiting, and finally, Premier League is back with Arsenal being hosted by Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park in the FUYO. Premier League Match Day 1. Arsenal is taking on Crystal Palace. Welcome to this channel, which goes by names of Rokani Media Football. As I promised you that at exactly 21 hours, we are going to be here to let you know what this game of football is going to be all about. Arsenal taking on Crystal Palace in here onto this channel, which goes by the names of Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Lineups are already out. Crystal Palace has really fronted its strongest side in there for you, and Arsenal too has gone ahead to really name that unchanged side that played against Chelsea and the side which goes by names of Sevilla, meaning that this team has been working together to see to it that things are really going the way they really want them to go. So this is Rokani David, and Rokani Media Football is the YouTube channel where you are watching me on. Let's get into this and really drive it to where it's supposed to be going. First and foremost, we are having a side which goes by Crystal Palace. They're having Guita, Nathan Klein, Guechi, Anderson, Michel, Scalp, Dokore, Eze, Zaha, Eduardo, and Ayu in there for you. That is what Crystal Palace has brought in to really go ahead and really face a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there for you. They're having Johnston, Ward, Richard Well, Milkovic, Hughes, Eyobiowi, Mateta, and Plangi. Arsenal fans don't want to hear that name Mateta. If I told you saw how Mateta bowled Arsenal in the game where they lost 3-0 at Selhurst Park last season, you don't want to hear that name. But when you look at what Arsenal is having, especially into their central defense right about now, they won't be bullied because there is Gabriel Magalhaes and another big bull known as William Saliba, who is also good in the air and the energy. I think that's why the manager of Crystal Palace, Patrick Vieira, has decided not to start Mateta, because these players will be really having that energy at the start of the game, and he knows that as the game really goes into the 70th minute, 80th, you know that these people will have run out of steam, and maybe Mateta can come out and really get something out of them in the for you. So Arsenal is really up in the for you, and the lineup of Crystal Palace is out onto your screen, and I'm going to bring you how these teams are really going to line up in here for you. Let's go to Arsenal. Let's show you how Arsenal is lining up tonight. Who are they having? Who has not been brought and who has been brought by the manager, Mikel Arteta? Obviously, they are putting on the pink jersey. I thought they were going to put on the black jersey, but obviously they've gone in for the pink jersey. Arsenal is having the following: Ramsdale, William Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Partey, Xhaka, Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus. Those are the players that Arsenal really having in here for you. Substitutes: Matt Turner, Kian Tierney, Cedric, Holding, Elneny, Lokonga, Nelson, Pepe, and Edin Ketia. Those are the substitutes Mikel Arteta thinks are really going to come in here and really get him done and dusted into this game of football in there for you. With the system of 4-2-3-1, that's what Arsenal is fronting into this game of football in here onto this channel. Let me show you how Arsenal is really doing its thing tonight and how they're really lining up. Let me first show you Crystal Palace for starters. Palace. Come on, Palace. Alright, that is Palace for you. They're having Guita in goal, Nathan Klein as a right back, Michel as a left back, then Henderson and Gucci in the central defense, with Anderson playing on the right side of the central defense and Guechi playing on the left side of the central defense, Scalp and Dokore playing in a double middle pivot, but I really believe that these ones play a 4-3-3, but let's wait and see whether it will change. Jordan Ayew playing as a right attacking midfielder, Eze a central attack midfielder, then Winfred Zaha obviously on the left playing as the left attacking midfielder, Eduardo leading the line for a side which goes by the names of Crystal Palace. So that is the confirmed starting 11 of Crystal Palace in this game of Chelsea. Most anticipated game of them playing a side which goes by names of Arsenal, and we're here waiting to see how everything is going to go on and unfold in here onto this channel which goes by names of Rokani Media Football. Your predictions are welcome into the comment section below, and very soon I'm going to go into the chat and really show you how you guys are really going to vote onto your team that you believe is going to come in here and really get this win in there for you. Who is winning this game of football? Allow me put a poll in here for you. Who is winning this game? Put here Crystal Palace. Then, oh, sorry. Palace. Then Arsenal. Who is winning? I've put it out into the live chat. Guys, vote. Who do you think is winning this? I don't know. According to you, who do you think is winning? I'm waiting for your reactions into the comment section below. The live chat is open. Tell me who do you think is winning this game of football between Arsenal and the side which goes by the names of Crystal Palace in there for you. Now, when you look at how they are telling us that Arsenal is playing, I don't believe that this is the system Arsenal is playing. Arsenal is playing a 4-2-3-1. This is where they get it wrong, because I've been watching Sky Sports in the for you and they are showing me a 4-2-3-1. It's not a back three. That's out. I've seen even very many media personalities coming out and really taking it as a 3-4-1-2 in the for you. That's not the right system. The system is 4-4-4-2-3-1. They are playing with Ben White as a right back. So I think very many people are so much confused because they are seeing Ben White into the central defense. Ben White is not playing as a central defender. He's playing as a right back. Gabriel playing on the left side of the central defense. Saliba playing onto the right side of the central defense. Zinchenko playing as a left back in there for you. Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka in a double midfield pivot. Then Bukayo Saka playing as a right attacking midfielder. Gabriel Martinelli playing as a right attacking midfielder. Odegaard as a central attacking midfielder. And Gabriel Jesus is leading the line. And this has been well stipulated by the Arsenal Twitter handle. Let me bring it to you here. Let me show you what Arsenal has really posted on their Twitter handle, because these people think that we are here to be really lied about. We are not here to be lied about, guys. We are really so much close to this and we know football a little bit. So don't be confused by that lineup on Google. Google has got it wrong, because that's not really something that you should come in here and really lie about people in here for you. When you look at what they're telling us, all right. Let me show you this on your screen and see what Arsenal are really saying. If at all he was not in the attack, obviously they wouldn't have put up this. But guess what they've put up? This is Arsenal. Straight from the Twitter handle of Arsenal, that's what they've put up. That our first starting 11 of 2022-2023. They are telling us Odegaard captains the side, Bukayo Saka on the wing, not as a wing back, on the wing, Gabriel Jesus in the attack. So let no one lie to you that Arsenal is playing a 3-4-2-1 system. No, Arsenal is playing a 4-2-3-1. I saw the lineup either for you from Premier League Productions, because for them, the manager submits the lineup with what we call the team that is really going to go ahead and really play in the face. So when you look at the lineup of Arsenal, you really get to know that they are really trying to really get this game won and dusted. So Bukayo Saka coming in through. I think Arsenal is looking a more different side altogether. When you look at the lineup of Arsenal that really played against a side which got Crystal Palace last time, if at all I can search about it here, I think Arsenal is so much changed. You get? Arsenal is so much changed. Let me see here. 3, then 0. Arsenal. I want to see that Crystal Palace that really beat Arsenal on the April of 22nd. When you look at the lineups, this is how Arsenal really came in through. Arsenal had Aaron Ramsdale in goal. They had Ben White in central defense with Gabriel Magalhaes. They had Tavares as the left back. Xhaka and Thomas Partey in the double midfield pivot. They had Emily Smith-Rowe, Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, and Lacazette leading the line. Now, they've added in William Saliba, of which I really believe that is a very good addition to this team. I hope you guys believe in me that this is really another addition to your team that is really doing great enough for you. For you. Then they're bringing in a player who goes by the names of William Saliba in defense. That's an addition. Then Cedric Soares, I think defensively, Ben White is better than him because you know what threat Zaha really brings to your team. And he's really not allowed this time to really go there because Ben White is really good at doing that defensive duty in there for you. Then Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka, obviously, in the down midfield pivot, they are there. Odegaard was there. Emily Smith-Rowe was there, but this time around there is Martinelli, obviously being a threat more than really expected. Bukayo Saka was there, but this time around they're having Gabriel Jesus, not Lacazette. I think that's a very good addition onto the team, and every hope of Arsenal is really swilling so much onto a man who goes by the names of Gabriel Jesus. Obviously, the threats that Arsenal really created against Crystal Palace were not so much felt by Crystal Palace. When you look at the stats in their last game they played together, let's look at the stats. Stats. Arsenal had 12 shots and only 3 on target, and they never had a goal. But if at all they really had a very clinical striker in the names of Gabriel Jesus, they would have turned it around because Gabriel Jesus gives you a different game altogether. He can attack them left, right, and center. He is the best pressing center forward, as referred to him by his former manager, that is Pepe Guardiola. When you look at Crystal Palace, they had 5 shots. They had 31% of the ball possession, and Arsenal had 69 in the four. Arsenal completed 647 passes altogether. I really believe that if Arsenal is to complete all those touches in here for this game, it will really create a very good change into this game of football. Arsenal had 15 fouls, and Crystal Palace had only 8. So I really believe that it's really going to be a game of so much pressure. Arsenal needs to watch so much on Zaha, Eduardo, and Eze, plus Ayew in the for you, because that is where the battle is going to be. When you look at the battles in this game, I anticipate the following battles. The midfield battle between Scalp and Okore, along against Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka. That's one of the midfield battles I can't wait to see. Then Michel is going to be facing Bukayo Saka. How is he going to stop Bukayo Saka? Because Bukayo Saka looks to be like it's going to be on fire and it's going to be fed in, game out, because the attack of Arsenal is so much improved in there for you. And Michel should expect Gabriel Jesus to drift to that side also, because for him, he doesn't really play as an orthodox number 9 like the Haalands. Haaland always operates into that center forward area. But Gabriel Jesus is a different number 9 altogether. He will shift to the left and drift to the right. So he can come in. You might be expecting Bukayo Saka to come through and a player who goes by the names of Gabriel Jesus comes in through. So those battles should be expected. So the central defender playing onto the left, is it Guyehe in there for you? Should be really expecting that to happen. Then Martinelli, I will feel for the right back of Crystal Palace. I really feel for him because it's not going to be an easy game. Arsenal are really going to bring them the game. That's what I really believe. When you look at Crystal Palace, they are really bringing in a right back who goes by the name, his name is who? Nathan Klein. Nathan Klein, if I tell you remember him very well, he was playing for side which goes by the names of Liverpool, and these are some of the players that Jurgen Klopp got rid of at Liverpool. He got rid of them because he really felt like they are not really worth it, and that gave birth to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Obviously, no regret. He's really a very good player that has come in here and really did the needful, and everything is going on as planned. So, when you look at how things are going in at Arsenal right about now, Martinelli is going to face Nathan Klein. Nathan Klein, I think he can really go ahead and really get us to the levels where Arsenal wants to be. He can really sit down this guy because he's going to be got onto the ball a lot. The only way you can stop Arsenal is to really stop its midfield to function. But if at all that ball gets to Martinelli a lot, Bukayo Saka, Odegaard, and Gabriel Jesus, expect the best from Arsenal. They'll go in, score those goals, and expect them not to really look back when they are playing this game of football as far as Crystal Palace versus Arsenal is concerned in this Premier League encounter that is opening up the match day 1. So, they should watch a lot from Thomas Partey and Xhaka. And remember that Arsenal are going to play on a high foot, meaning that Gabriel Magalhaes and Ben White, Zinchenko, and Saliba are going to be playing a high line. You get that? So them playing a high line shows you that it is really going to be hard for Crystal Palace to really start that ball and have it. Of course, for them, they're going to play deep line. They can't play high line on Arsenal. Play high line on Arsenal when you cannot really press them into their 18 yards box area. Then they can really break that press. And when they break that press, you know what it happens. They are so much fast and they are so much technically gifted. Quick feet from Gabriel Jesus and your team is like a goal behind. So expect all that to happen in this game of football. Right now, Crystal Palace is really trying to go on and really become a threat to Arsenal. Stats are on their side, but 100% believe that however much the stats on their side, nothing is permanent. Things can change any time. Anytime things can change. Patrick Vieira has come out and said he really looks at Arsenal as a team that is going to come in through and really be close to the title. Something I don't really rubbish. But this is the game where Arsenal are supposed to come and show us that they have been really credited by their former captain, who is the current manager of Crystal Palace. They're really going to be on the title because you have to beat them convincingly. You have to beat Crystal Palace and send a message to your next opponents that please, Arsenal is not a joke. Can Arsenal translate their form they had in the preseason to where we are right about now? That's the big question. And those are the moments we are waiting to see in here onto the Rokani Media Football. Then the other battles we expect to see is Zaha versus Ben White. Zaha versus Ben White is a battle that we can't wait to see. One, Zaha has proven that he can take off players on a good day. Not every day. Zaha is really a player who chooses when to play and when not to play. If Arteta has chosen to play against Arsenal today, then Arsenal might really face it rough from this guy because this guy is really good. He's really good. He's really good, and I really believe that he can really get things, he can really turn things around as things stand in here onto the Rokani Media Football. So your predictions are welcome into the live chat below. Tell me what you think about the results of this game. Do you think Arsenal is going to go ahead and really win this game of football? Into the comment section below and tell me what you think about this game of football as Arsenal plays a side which goes by the names of Crystal Palace. The other battle is Michelle and Michelle is facing Bukayo Saka. Oh, sorry. Michelle is going to be battling it out. No, it's Zinchenko is going to be battling it out with Jordan Ayew, but it will depend on how many times Jordan Ayew is going to be goaled onto that ball, because I really believe that Arsenal is going to hide this ball, but Crystal Palace, the few moments they're going to get this ball are going to be threatening. 100% believe that. They're really going to be threatening because they are good at doing that. 100% they are good at doing that. So Arsenal should watch out a lot onto those players in there for you that are really so much inclining to that side of Arsenal in there for you. So the back four of Arsenal needs to watch out on these games and how they're really going to be patrolling that side. I'm really trying to see the quotes of Mikel Arteta as far as this game of football is concerned. What is he really saying about this game of football in there for you? The first quote coming in from Mikel Arteta is telling us that obviously Arteta has told us that we are all excited. Obviously, we signed some very important players that are bringing a different mentality. They already won a lot. They need to inspire now our young team to get to the level. That's the aim in there for you. So obviously, there is a very good change at Arsenal that is so much convincing. When you look at what Arsenal was when Jesus is not here, Zinchenko is not here, William Saliba not here, I think it was really an Arsenal that looked so much promising that really lacked that cutting edge. Gary Neville, I was watching the overlap. He was really hosting Arsenal fans, United fans in the For You that really run huge YouTube channels. And he asked them a big question that was really hard to answer. That my problem with you is when everything has been worked out and it has failed, who is that player at Arsenal that can really elevate you to the next level? That is the big question he really asked them. And they are all saying that maybe Gabriel Jesus can come in and do that job in the For You. Obviously, all the players they were really linking at were the new ones. And they're only pointing to Gabriel Jesus because last season they never had Gabriel Jesus. This time they have him and he can really get them to the levels they want. I really believe that Arsenal is really going to get to a different level altogether because of Gabriel Jesus, William Saliba, Zinchenko, and Fabio Vieira. Obviously, Zinchenko will always create something out of nothing. You know that very well. The same applies to Gabriel Jesus. The same applies to Fabio Vieira. Badly enough, he's not here. He's not part of this game, but he's really one of those players that is so much intelligent and good on the ball. And it's rumored that he plays like Bernardo Silva. I only seen highlights on YouTube, and I don't trust highlights like those, but I can't wait to see him play for Arsenal. Maybe the next fixture Arsenal is playing, he will be around, but obviously I really believe that this team of Arsenal is really far much better than the team that was here. That's why Mikel is saying that we have brought in experienced guys to really add in their talent, to really add on their exposure to a side which goes by names of Arsenal that is having the young side. So that is Arsenal For You, and Mikel Arteta is really anticipating a very big and huge summer ahead after this game of football is done and dusted. So let's wait and see what else did Mikel Arteta have to say about this game of football, where they are really going to play a side which goes by the names of Crystal Palace. Mikel Arteta, where are you? Mikel Arteta. Obviously, the only two signings that has really brought in today that have started, that has been Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus. They've asked him about them, and this is what he has said. They do have that experience of success, and we offered them a different role within the team and squad. They were looking for that in their careers right now, and the fact that you know them personally is big bonus as well. I'm delighted to have them. So the breath of fresh air at Arsenal has been brought in by these signings. Let's not really even delay or take long about this. Their coming in through has really given Arsenal a different avenue altogether to think, to create, to defend. And the mindset of their players, even Ramsdale said that the coming in of Gabriel Jesus really elevated their thinking and their winning mentality. He said, he's not going to do it alone, but at least even if he adds just 1% on every player of Arsenal, and he shares that winning mentality with the rest of the players of Arsenal who are like 11, then it means that if at all everyone gets like 1 and they really add up to be a team, they can really get these things done and dusted. So that's what Ramsdale said. It shows you how much this guy is impacting what we call the dressing room of a side which goes by names of Arsenal, and I'm 100% believing that magic is going to happen between Arsenal, but it's not going to be an easy path. Selhurst Park, Arsenal need to go on and really work hard. They need to match the energy, the intensity and charisma and physique and intensity of the players of Crystal Palace if they are to beat them. Last season, the reason as to why Arsenal was beaten by Crystal Palace was Crystal Palace raised to the occasion. They put in a lot of energy, work, and then they overpowered Arsenal. Yet Arsenal really had quality players better than those of Crystal Palace. Now, what really helps your quality impact on a game? It's when your players match the intensity, the energy, the charisma that those small team players, the players of those small teams really offer up on the field of play on that particular day. So Arsenal is 100% onto that. That's what they're supposed to do, and that's what they are really going in to do if at all they want to achieve anything out of this game. So smash the like button, comment and share. I want to see you guys go into the live chat and telling me who do you think is winning the game. Your predictions are welcome into the comment section below. Now I want to talk about the bench of Arsenal. Is it so much okay to go in and really they bring in close to 5 substitutions? Let's have a look at it. A look at the bench of Arsenal now. We have to really look at the bench of Arsenal for now. Who is on the bench as brought in by the manager to get this job done and dusted? When we look at the bench of Arsenal, they're having Matt Turner, obviously. That is that is the second choice goalkeeper of Arsenal. Kian Tierney, Cedric Soares, Holding, El Nini, Lokonga, Nelson, Pepe, and Edin Ketia. I really believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're having 9 substitutions. But if at all you're really looking for a goal, who or how many of these are going to help you? There is Edin Ketia, Pepe, Nelson. Only those. They're having 3 players that can change the game. It shows you that they are really short of quality on the bench. Defensively, they're having Kian Tierney, Cedric, Holding, El Nini, and Lokonga. But the attacking mind, it shows you that if at all Arsenal's first 11 really fails, then there will be lack of quality onto their defense. That is something Arsenal should address. That's why you see Arsenal is looking in for a central midfielder and another inverted player playing on the right wing with the left foot. That's why they are badly in hand for such a player. Reason being, they are short of players. Emil Smith-Rowe is not here. You get? Fabio Vieira is not here. So it looks like if at all Arsenal really gets an injury, then their team is down to the levels where they were last time. Something that is not good for Arsenal. It's not good for us. So that bench of a side which goes by the name of Arsenal is very much threatening. Let me show you the bench of Crystal Palace and show you that this game can be changed anytime from now. And the bench of Arsenal might cost really Arsenal this game, according to me. Because when you look at the bench of these players, it's going to be about the 5 rule substitutions. I've already told you that this season, guys, is going to be so much onto that 5 rule substitution. They're having Johnston, Ward, Richards, Richwell, Mikolovic, Hughes, Iwobi, Mateta, and Plange in their field. When you look at their bench, I think they have very many players that can come on the field of play and change this game of football, according to me. So, how many does Arsenal have? If you're not lying, how many players that Arsenal have on their bench that can come in here and really change the game of football? That is the big question we are having in here onto Rokani Media Football. So remember, this season, we are having 5 substitutions to be made. So do you think if Arsenal is to put up 5 substitutions and Crystal Palace stands up, who do you think is really going to be benefiting? It takes you back to what I've been talking about. Arsenal's 11 is still the best, but at least they are not really getting to the levels they're supposed to be. Reason being, they should go in and really get in more players, especially on that side of Bukayo Saka. You get? Reece Nelson can come out and really give you something that out of the blue, yeah, I respect him, but not to the level of a player like Emily Smith-Rowe. Because if Martinelli really fails right now today, who do you bring on? You just shift to a system and bring in Edin Ketia, then that means you have to drift Gabriel Jesus onto the left or right flank to come in here and really get the job done. So I 100% believe that we are really going to go on and really get the job done and dusted in there for you. And right now, predictions are really welcome to the live chat. Tell me what you think about this game of football. What is that you think is going to happen as I really bring you some quotes about Mikel Arteta. He has this to say about William Saliba. He has said something about William Saliba. William Saliba coming in from Marseille, who was on loan, and now he's officially back. He's telling us that Saliba will be, what will Saliba bring to Arsenal? I think obviously his physicality, he's a big boy, he's young, but he's learned a lot. Then his composure on the ball, his decision making, and what he brings to the team is something different that we didn't have. Obviously, he adds so much to the game of football of Arsenal right about now. That is William Saliba, and the manager is throwing lots of hails to him. To me, I really believe that even when they bring in Mateta, you expect that no one is going to be bold. Gabriel Magalhaes won't be bold. Saliba won't be bold. I really believe that it's a very good way to start a season for Arsenal with Saliba. And Saliba himself is really enjoying a season at Arsenal. Reason being, he played very well in the 3 games I saw in the... Is it 4? They played 3 in America. Saliba took part. And they played 1 in in London. And Saliba, for 4 games, he really looked great, especially that game of Chelsea, where he really marked Timo Werner out, Raheem Sterling. You get, because Chelsea had spotted his side as the weak side, but they got to know later that this is the hardest side to penetrate. That is the man who goes by his William Saliba. So he's really good, talented, and he does what is being expected out of him. So Arsenal is really having very many good players, and even Mikel Arteta had the following to say about the captain of the day, that is Martin Odegaard. This is what the manager had to say about Odegaard. He said, his leadership skills is not someone who is going to be shouting and commanding, but he's a natural leader. The way he leads the game, his profession, the belief he has in what we are doing, and the values he has, they are integral across the club. Obviously, there is something with Martin Odegaard. The moment they really chose him over the old guys at the Norwegian national team to be the captain, I think he became the captain. He became the captain at the age of, was it 19, 18? You get? So, that age, being the captain of a national team, commands a lot and means a lot. That's why I've also been calling him a natural leader. And finally, today, Mikel Arteta has come out and borrowed one of my words to refer them to the captain of Arsenal. Natural born leader, doing great. I see him here is with Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher. They are on set on the field and is being asked questions and really answering them. And these are some of the quotes you are getting you from the lad who goes by names of Mikel Arteta. Then he said about the Arsenal team. There is something he said about the Arsenal team. This is what he said about the team. They asked him whether he's impressed about the team, and he said, Mikel Arteta on an impressive preseason this summer. He said, we haven't had many preseasons since I arrived because it was always COVID preseason. I really saw a different team, a different energy, different inflow, more like what I wanted. So it looks like his team is so much prepared to take on a side which goes by the names of Crystal Palace, and he has told us that has seen different energy, a different inflow, and that is what he exactly wanted as any manager who is looking to improve his side. Mikel Arteta for you, and he's really throwing in very, very many quotes in the for you, and there is this one too that I really want to play for you. I really want to bring this on your screen too, the last one that has really said. So he has said that playing Ben White as the wing back. So guys, those that we are watching the lineup of Google and thinking that Ben White is really going to play in a 3-man, Arsenal is playing in a 3-man central defense, that's out. He's playing as a wing back. He's playing as a right back. He said we spoke about it a lot with him. He's very comfortable playing there. He really likes it, especially for the role and demands we put in that position. We know he knows accommodating and having versatility is really important. Obviously, it's really important, but he's facing Wilfried Zaha. Zaha really, when he's playing teams like Arsenal, he always comes in through and really bosses players in the field. So I really believe that's going to be a different caliber altogether, or situation altogether, because Tomiyasu really kept him silent always. Because Tomiyasu, obviously, defensively, no Arsenal player really beats him up. And for the very first time, Gary Neville has really said he's pushed Ben White, a £50 million signing, to right back, which is an achievement in itself. Obviously, it's an achievement itself because you have to be able to really take on these players and really move them, because you must be having players who are really so much versatile. I really told you way back that Arsenal really had very much versatile players. The likes of Flamini were really versatile. Edu Gaspar, the technical director of Arsenal right now, is versatile. Which other player? Which other player was versatile at Arsenal? Flamini. Sorry about that. Edu Gaspar. Kolo Toure. Which other player would be really versatile at Arsenal in the field? So those players that were versatile at Arsenal were really so much in that era of Arsene Wenger. So having in a Ben White who can give you 3 roles, players a central midfielder, in the CDM role. He can play as a central defender. He can play as a right back. Good to be having such a player. Good to be having Zinchenko. He can play as a left back. He can play as a left winger, right winger, and play into the attacking midfield role in there for you. Obviously, that is an improvement in there for you for Arsenal. Very many players that come in and do the needful in there for you for Arsenal. So, guys, thank you for watching in. Allow me end this chat. Allow me end it and really see how you guys have voted. We are really having 89% are saying Arsenal winning, 10% are saying Arsenal is losing, 1% are undecided. So that's what the poll really brought to us today as far as this game of Arsenal is concerned. Expect me to return in here for you after this game is done and dusted to really bring you what we call the match build up in here onto the Rokani Media Football. Thank you guys for watching in. I'm out for now. See you later when the game is done